co-main event is brought to you by Brisbane Lawyers. Brisbane Lawyers specialise in car accidents, work-related accidents, medical negligence, the construction industry and more. For a free case assessment, contact Brisbane Lawyers. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our co-main event. Make some noise! Fight number 13 this evening, the co-main event will be for the XFC Amateur Lightweight Championship, and it will be contested over 5 3-minute rounds. And introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 69.8 kilos and trains out of Mackay MMA, holding an undefeated amateur record of 5 wins and 0 defeats. He is the current Coastal Combat Welterweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Brandon Cox! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 68.6 kilos and trains out of Tribal MMA, holding an amateur record of 3 wins with 2 defeats. He is the former XFC Lightweight Champion, Connor the Highlander Birch!
And listen to that crowd.
Gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Listen to my instructions at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Come out fighting.
Ladies and gentlemen, when the action begins, your referee in charge, Thomas Churchill.
Wombat, I am excited for this one.
Mate, I tell you what, I'll give you a little tip. Do not blink. This is going to be exciting. Parlay versus the Highlander.
Cox 5-0 coming into this one. He's against a very explosive Connor Birch.
And he shoots nice and early, gets him down.
It was a good job to get back to his feet, but only very brief. Great work by Connor to put him back down. Oh, good job, Brandon Cox. Look at this, though.
Landed some good
Big
strikes
shots
there in the
landed
clinch.
by both.
And there he gets him down again for the 3rd time.
This has started off very explosive. Birch going to town here. Spending a lot of energy.
Here he is. He's trying to maintain his position here, just settling the fight
Connor
down.
in top position there, doing a good job. He's now in mount, looking to posture up and rain down some big, heavy punches.
Cox doing not a bad job trying to escape here, but Connor's just riding those hips really well. And landed strikes!
We haven't seen Cox in this position on his back, so it'll be interesting how he can explode and get back to his feet. Connor, no stranger to top position. He's raining down punches.
Oh, he's landing!
Cox
Heavy
doing a
strikes.
good job to buck, but he's got to scramble, and he needs to scramble fast.
Trying to finish the fight here, Connor is.
Connor riding high in the mount.
Don't forget, it's 5
Pushing
rounds.
Cox's head down. He's doing a lot of damage with those punches.
Landing short, hard strikes. Couple of nice left lands. Cox really need to get out of this position.
Yeah, Cox needs to scramble fast. He needs to turn those hips. Connor now doing a good job at trying to slow the action down a little bit, get his composure back.
Well, he can't gas himself out here. We've got 50 seconds left in this first round. Oh, he's done a great job here.
Very explosive turn from Cox. What's Connor got from here? He's got to watch his arm from that position. Cox wants to get up now.
Yeah, so here we go now. Connor Birch, great job in side control, holding position tight, and like you said before, Ben, this is the first time that we've seen Brandon Cox in a position like this on his back. All of his wins have come by quick stoppage on the feet. So we're really going to see what he's made of here moving into the second round.
As Cox looks to scramble.
Guillotine attempt
He's
here.
got to get up. He's got to move quick.
Wow, that was
And that's
tight.
the bell. He was lucky there. And in between rounds, Maudsley, what do you think, mate? It started off very explosive with Connor Birch coming out of the gates and getting a very early takedown.
Yeah, look, the game plan pretty straightforward there from Connor Birch. Take him down, establish top position, and look for some damage. So we had a quick chat on off air, I should say, before, Ben, and we were saying we wonder what it's going to look like when Brandon Cox gets put on his back, and Connor Birch answering some of those questions for us there in the first round.
Yeah, but he did well with his scramble. He was still able to get back up, and that was impressive. He spent a lot of time on his back, though, but he looks like he's not blowing hard. He's doing quite well here. He's back to his feet. It will be very interesting to see if he can keep Connor Birch at bay. He needs to use that distance. He's a very rangy fighter, two very different body types.
And now it's also going to be interesting to see if Brandon's still happy to commit to those big punches, knowing that the takedown might come, but a nice
Here's
hook
some
cross.
of those big shots.
Oh,
And we spoke before, Dan, about the accuracy, too, of Brandon Cox.
nice work on the underhook there, keeps things on the feet, so... Oh, big knee in the tie clinch. Connor Birch letting go of some shots, though. Now in a body lock and gets another takedown.
Great job by Birch.
So here we go now, Connor Birch back on top. Here this time in half guard, sorry. Brandon Cox needs to look for an underhook on his right side. At the moment, just controlling the posture of the Highlander.
Birch in a very familiar position here. You can see his posturing. He's landing some big shots.
And Thomas Churchill starting to inch a little bit closer to the fighters here, so he might be looking at a stoppage if Brandon Cox continues to eat this punishment on the floor.
Cox looked to use the cage there, walk the cage and try and
head
find
and
an
arm
angle.
choke attempt here. That's tight. That is tight. Brandon Cox is wincing.
He's not defending it. He needs to fight that with his hands. He cannot accept this position. We spoke before, Dan, about Birch's size. He could nearly be a featherweight.
And at the moment, playing big brother to Brandon Cox on top, raining down punishment. I thought we'd see him commit to that head and arm choke a bit more, but, well, looks like he's happy to just continue to drop heavy leather on Brandon Cox from Mount.
I think the cage might have been in his way there, mate, so he looked to sprawl out the finish line and just decided to transition back into Mount.
Connor Birch, he's been the amateur lightweight champ before. He's no stranger to the strap as he goes to the body of Brandon Cox.
So 1 minute to go. Can Brandon Cox hold on?
Pushes his head down, rides high, nice posture there.
So Thomas Churchill having a close look here. Brandon Cox, he's got to show him something. And
He's going to be lucky to survive.
out the back door, Brandon
Good
Cox.
work, Brandon. He's got to scramble.
So grabs a hold of a leg. That might have been enough to save him to see a third round here with 30 seconds still to go.
Yeah, Thomas Churchill having a very close look at that before.
So there we have the end of the round. And Connor Birch, another dominant round.
Having a few little technical issues at the commentary booth at the moment. I hope you appreciate it at home.
And Brandon Cox taking some deep breaths in the corner there. Paul.
Now, if you're in the corner, you're Dave Garnham, you're in the corner of Brandon Cox, he's going to have to use that range. He's going to have to create that distance. Connor Birch is jumping on him and he's just accepting position. He's going to have to keep this fight on the outside, I believe, Dan.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Ben, and I don't know if the referee here, Thomas Churchill, is going to be as lenient as he was in that round. If Brandon continues to eat punches from the bottom, we may see a stoppage here in the third.
Look, if anyone can pull it out, it's Brandon Cox. Big fan of this kid. Mackay MMA versus Tribal MMA.
Oh, big shot.
Beautiful, accurate shots by Birch.
And look at this, we're going to see another takedown from Connor
back
Birch.
to a very familiar position.
And a big side there from Brandon Cox. He knows this isn't where he wanted to end up early
Cox
in the
there
round.
looking for a little bit of a choke, didn't get it. Couldn't quite get the leverage there.
Listen to the support, guys. I mean, they're coming from the Sunshine Coast. You know what I mean? They're coming all the way down to support their coach, fellow fighter, and Connor.
He is one of the favourites here. Always has been.
Yeah, always brings a big crowd when Connor Birch fights. And now passing into side control.
Very impressed. He's very technical tonight. Just taking his time. He's not taking any undue risks.
And hits the knee slide into mount there.
Birch
This could
now
be
in
the
mount.
beginning of the end.
It's going to be very tough for Cox to escape now. He's getting tired in the third round. He's in deep water, and he's going to have to swim like hell. Yeah, Cox in a bad position up against the cage there. There's not many options for him to move his head.
Looks like Connor controlling the far side wrist there of Brandon Cox, taking some of the defensive options away from him. So a minute now to go in this third round, and this could be two 10-8s on the way to potentially a third 10-8 round for Connor Birch.
I would completely agree with that statement. Cox having a very tough night at the office.
Oh, this is it. This is it.
Very hard to come back from now. And we have a new lightweight champion.
Once again, Connor Birch holds XFC gold. Wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes and 40 seconds of round number 3, declaring your winner by TKO and new XFC lightweight champion, Connor the Highlander Birch.